Hi, my name is Bernard and I'd like to introduce you to a project that I did with some colleagues of mine, which is called AVD Proof of Concept. It is using Azure Devops for repeatable Azure Virtual Desktop deployments that could be used for proof of concept scenarios, for training events, or as a basis for custom deployments. And we do so using the Cloud Adoption Framework. So it's hosted on GitHub, publicly available for everyone to download and use. Maybe we should go to the question and ask to answer who should look at this and why. Maybe you are seeking for a repeatable and consistent deployment of Azure Virtual Desktop, right? And we all agree that this will end up in automating things, and we're also using Azure DevOps for this. Okay, so basically the GitHub project will create a new Azure DevOps project for you using the Azure DevOps demo generator, right? And when you run this, you will get a pre-filled Azure Virtual Desktop project in Azure DevOps. So it has already some artifacts in there that you could use throughout the implementation phase. Okay, let's have a deeper look. So first of all, as you may know, Azure Virtual Desktop requires some prerequisites. You need, for example, a virtual network in Azure. You need maybe a domain controller. You need maybe a jump host for creating things. Maybe you want to have already some user accounts. This could be done using the landing zone setup. So we do have an Azure DevOps pipeline that will create these prerequisites for you. So after 25 minutes, you have the requirements for starting to play with Azure Virtual Desktop. And that is already a time saver, as I would say. Also, for the newbies to Azure Virtual Desktop, you always have, the problems in what should I do when. So what we do have within that project, we have pre-created work items with tasks that you can execute one by one in an order based on the Cloud Adoption Framework approach, where you have the strategy phase, the planning phase, the ready phase, the adoption phase, where you start to roll out things. So we will guide you through this setup phase. You get a work item that you could assign to users or to implementers, and you could also use it to track or to visualize the progress you make throughout the project to your customers if you want to. Next, we use infrastructure as code to roll out things. So this is the automation part. So there's almost no clicking within the Azure portal. Most of the things are done using code, and you do have the code in your source code repository. So each pipeline has its own folder with the code artifacts required to carry out or to perform the tasks that this pipeline is doing. So for example, the requirements pipeline will set up the domain controllers. We have the ARM templates there that will define the setup of the domain controller, and the post installation steps that it will take, for example, to create the organizational units or some demo user accounts. So all that code is within your code repository, and you can also use it as a reference, or you can add the things that you like or edit the things that you dislike. Next, we also, when it comes to operations, you sometimes have tasks that need to be done on a reoccurring basis. And for example, this could be the creation of a desktop image, right? So what it is, which operating system is placed on the desktops that your users are connecting to, maybe it requires the latest updates. Maybe it requires a language pack. Maybe it requires also some pre-installed software. And what we do is we, or this DevOps pipeline will create these artifacts or this image for you. We'll do this using a technology called Packer. So there is a fully fledged pipeline for using Packer, but we also do have an Azure Image Builder pipeline for doing that. Sounds interesting. All you need to do is go to aka.ms/avd college. This is your starting link, and from there you get a lot of videos that tell you how to set the thing up and how to walk through the pipelines. So hopefully you find this useful. If so, spread the word. If you have feedback, let me know. And with this, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.